What's up, everyone? This is Matt Mrozik, and this will be a review of a custom 1/4 scale Wolverine. This is produced by, and the guy's his name is Dan. His page is Dan Dynamicmenace. So I'll put a link below to his page because you can still get this guy. And this is a neat piece. So right now, as you can see, she's not together because I can put them together for the most part, but if I move them, he falls apart. So let's take a look at some of the quality here of the casting. So this is a pretty simple Wolverine. He calls this Black Ops Assassin. This was sculpted by Avi Ay. I've reviewed the last sculpts by Avi. The sculpt is great. The castings were done by a company called Monza Design. I'll put a link down below. And the blades were custom made by a guy named Tim Barry. I think that's how you. I'll put a link down below to his page too also. But this was, like I said, sculpted by Avi and casted by Monza Design. So this isn't like an ownage casting. The casting is good, but it's not like an ownage casting where they go in and they do all the cleanup and stuff and fix it. So this kit needs a little bit of prep, but nothing major. And there's an edition of 30. I got number 14, hand numbered. The base is hollow, which is fine, so that saves on material. The price on this kit's actually really reasonable. It was $475 plus shipping. So to me, that was just $515, which is a great price for a 1/4 scale kit. It's a simple kit, but I really like it. I kept asking him, like, have I asked you about this piece? He's like, yeah, you just never ordered it. So finally I bit the bullet and got one. And I've had it for a while, just haven't had time to review it. So let's look at some of the castings. We'll start with the base, which is pretty simple. It's kind of like a stone base with some trim on it. And again, this is what I kind of like about a piece like this is that, you know, I'm a sucker for a really cool base and a cool cape because that's just, I like that. You know, a base can tell a story and a cape shows a lot of motion. This base is really simple, which means you're going to focus more on the figure. And the figure has a lot of great details in it for a Wolverine too. So a little different than your typical Wolverine. Again, I'm not a comic guy, so it's different from what I've seen. So like starting with the boots, we have these great boots. Come in and show you this a little bit. And they've got a lot of great detail in here. I'm gonna bring my exposure down just a little bit. One second. It's probably good right there. So really nice detail. Love these buckles and straps that go across the boot. These will be fun to paint up. I got some bubbles here I gotta fix. Actually, there's quite a few bubbles in the kit, but it's not the end of the world. The casting is good. I'd say that on a scale from 1 to 10 for the casting, I'd give it like an 8, 8.5, simply because of some of the mold lines and some of the bubbles and stuff. But it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. Just a little more cleanup than I'm used to, because you know, once you do these ownage kits for a while, you're pretty much expecting something that's almost ready to paint, not quite. But you get spoiled really easily. But I'm not saying this is bad. It's just there's a few bubbles here and there, like right here on the top of the buckles. I got to take care of, but no big deal. But great details. I love all the stitching down here on the boots. This will look great with some leather work on it. Slight mold line going down the middle there. You probably can't even see it in camera, but it's there. But that should be an easy, just real quick fix with the edge of a X-Acto blade. Other boot is just the same thing, so I'm not going to show it to you. Moving up, we'll look at the legs. Cast it in one piece, and there's an H on there. Oh, that's a 14. I was like, what is that? That lets me know that this is casting number 14. Again, great sculpt by Avi. Casting on this is nearly flawless. There's just a little bit of a mold line that has to be taken care of, and the parts all fit extremely well. Once I take off this little bit of resin sludge from I'm not sure if that's a vent or where they poured it in, it'll fit perfectly in there. Right now it's not quite fitting because I got that little bit of sludge preventing it from going in all the way. But that's no big deal. Once I clean that up, it'll fit perfectly. And same with this foot. Actually, that's already been cleaned up, so this fits damn near perfect. Basically no putty work. So that's nice. Again, great muscle definition in the sculpt by Avi. Looking good. Very nice. Going up to the torso. So I got a comment on one of my videos the other day. The comment was great. Another kit that no one can buy. And that's true. A lot of these kits I review are either sold out or you just can't get them. And I apologize. You know, I try to review stuff that is hard to get, stuff that I get that people may not have seen before. And I watch a lot of videos like that too. I watch stuff like, oh man, that's awesome. Where can I get it? Oh, you can't get it, or it's sold out, or you know, it's no longer in production. So it's kind of show you what's out there and what stuff I may be working on. And a lot of times I buy kits and I end up selling them before I get to paint them, just because, you know, something new may come up and I want to sell something that I have and get something new. So it's like a lot like trading cards. But again, back to the kit. Great Sculpt by Avi. Love the detail. I love it when they have this like texture in the uniforms. It's like this it's almost like a Kevlar texture. I really like it because it takes paint really well and it shows up really nicely with the wash and stuff. What I like about this Wolverine is he's not like overly muscular. It's very realistic as far as like how his muscles go. He's not like bulging and like super exaggerated, so it's more natural. So on the top here I got some resin sludge I've got taken care of, and this is kind of where I knocked the casting down a little bit. I got some pretty good bubbles in the top of the shoulder here that I'll have to take care of. And the only reason I complain about those, usually I don't really complain about bubbles, but when I fix those, I'm going to lose the texture in the suit because I'm going to have to fill those in and sand them, and I'll have to re-sculpt some of this texture back in when I do that. So that's like, it's not the end of the world. It's just, you know, it's a little more work, and sometimes I just want to do something quick. So, but other than that, it looks great. Since we're here, we'll look at all the heads. We get 3 heads. Now they're all masked. Nothing is unmasked. We get this one head, which is really cool, where it's kind of like Wolverine's been damaged, and you can see into the skull, which is great because you can paint that metal color that he's made out of, which will be a nice contrast to the skin and the yellow and the black on the head. The heads all fit pretty damn near perfect. So good job there. And then on the heads also we have a little bit of a mold line it's more of it's like a little step, and it's a step because I can put my fingernail on here and it gets caught. So I have to sand that down. And the sides of these heads have a great cool texture. It's almost like a stone texture, which will get lost when I sand that mold line out. So again, I'll have to sand that mold line out and then re-texture that area. And then we got the pour spouts here on the top of the head and a few bubbles I'll have to take care of. And this is the same on all the heads, as far as like this little step right here and the pour spout. Again, this is why I'm getting the casting like an 8.5 out of 10, 8.5, just because those things. So I'm being pretty picky. The more kits I review, the more I'm learning what to expect. And now, and the price on this kit is very good. Okay, guys, this isn't one of these $800 kits. I mean, this was $500 shipped. So again, I'm being probably a little overcritical, but I just want to show you if you get this guy, what to expect, and if you're going to hire a painter, that a painter may say, hey, there's a little more work on this. It's going to cost you a little more for me to do it. So just to kind of educate you. So the kit's great. The price is great. I'm just pointing out some of the things. So here's one of the other heads, and he's just kind of got this cool little smirk on his face, which I really like a smart-ass smirk. And again, it's damn near perfect. There's no magnets or anything installed, which is no big deal. I'll put my own in. And the third sculpt, angry face. Again, same thing, just that little mold line on the side here and little pour spouts to clean up. So I'll show you that. And again, it's about a perfect fit. Really nice. Arms. Again, great sculpt by Avi, not overly bulging muscles, nice detail. Maybe the hair could have been sculpted a little sharper on the arms here because it kind of doesn't read his hair. Maybe it's maybe a little soft, and that's just in the sculpt. And the arms fit damn near perfect. Those will get glued in and epoxied, so he's one piece, and I'll magnetize the arms or the hands. Same with this guy. Now again, I haven't cleaned this up at all, so there's some like resin sludge and stuff here that'll prevent this arm from going in, but it'll fit nice once it's cleaned up. There's just a vent right there, so it's not going in, but it'll fit nicely. And then to the hands, oh, not in the bag, I've got some knee pads. I'm not going to show you those. Those are really simple. Those are casted nicely. to the hands and the claws, which are, the claws are freaking amazing. So this guy, Tim, who did the claws, props to you, man. These things are, you have to be careful. These things are fucking sharp. You will hurt yourself. The tips are sharp, not the blade end of it, but these are just beautifully done. I mean, this, you'll cut yourself pretty good there. And they fit in the hands perfectly. They just slot right in. It's like that. Let's do one hand. I was going to review one hand to show it to you. And then I'll see if I can put them together a little bit. I don't think I get the arms on, but I'm going to stand up and get you a size at least. So those claws are... And those fits, I got it in there last night. It's a tight fit. Really nice. Love the detail in the, I love this kind of like, I don't want to say samurai, but it's almost kind of samurai looking armor on the hands. Nice detail on the gloves. Casting on these are really, really good. Again, we just got some vents and little pore stubs I got to take care of, nothing big. So yeah, pretty cool piece. Now I'll see if I can get him together to a point so you can see kind of how big he is. He's not huge. So people with limited display space, this might be a good piece for you. And it's still available. So it's not one of those kits that you can't buy. I don't have my mic clipped to me, so the sound's probably going in and out. Just have it clipped to my camera, so hopefully it sounds okay. And I'm still recovering from being sick, so I actually feel pretty good. I'm just kind of hoarse. Excuse me. Alright, let's get this looking right there. Now the torso may fall off because again it's not magnetized or anything right now. But I can get you an idea of the size. Okay. Here, this is what I'll do. We'll throw some blue tack on. And hopefully this will keep them together long enough to... Blue tack is good for just like kind of temporary. Now he won't fit together all the way, but you'll get a sense. All right. Okay, so the base, the depth of the base is right at 9 inches. Width is 11 inches. And to the top of his head is 15.5. So the top of the blades on his head. Let's see, I don't think the arms extend out too much from the base. Basically that comes right there, like so. So it makes this depth a little more. With the hand sticking out in the blades, you're probably looking at, oh, maybe 12 inches deep now. So he'll fit on the shelf nicely. Now again, he hasn't been pinned, so I can't, he's not going to stay together, but I can kind of show you what he looks like, and hopefully I won't block the camera too much. Actually, I won't be able to do it. The hands go there. I'm probably staying right in front of everything. I'm really good at that. So basically that kind of gives you the idea of what he looks like. I'll put a link down below to Dan's page, but great kit. Really nice, especially for the price. I think it's a good piece if you're into Wolverine. And again, it's pretty simple. I mean, I like it. He just looks good. I probably will fill the base with plaster or something just so it's nice and heavy. But other than that, great kit. So yeah, if you want one of these, I'm not sure how many he has left. Like I said, I think I've got 14 of an edition size of 30. So drop down a line if you're interested in getting one. Like I said, to me, shipped it was $5.15, so good price on the sucker. And the quality is really good. So as always, thanks for watching. This is Matt Rosick. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye.